All right, everyone, we are in the huddle for a district championship week at York Catholic here with junior Luke Brennan. And Luke, you're the kicker, you play tight end, and you're also at linebacker, but this is a new sport for you. Tell us, you were a soccer player before. How did you get to come out for the football team?
Well, I've been talking to a lot of the football guys, a lot of my close friends, like seniors like Michael Sterling, Scott Prokoviak, and Quayshawn Grooms, and obviously Coach Depew as well. And they've been hassling me for a while now, since about my freshman year, saying, "Oh, what are you doing playing soccer? You're so big." And this past year, just kind of seeing the whole team go to the districts and just the passion that was in the sport and how the love for each other and the way they cared about each other was like, I really want to be a part of that. That's something I want to do next year.
But was there a final sticking point or anything that you had to they had to get you over? I mean, you were saying something about a gym class?
Yeah, at our mini-thon last year in the spring, I was in a speedball tournament there with Quayshawn on the team, and we made a deal that no matter what happened, if we won the speedball tournament at mini-thon, I would play football, and we took the championship, so that was that.
So are you glad that all worked out the way it did?
Absolutely. I was already leaning towards playing football, but that was kind of the final thing. That was just kind of a sign that, yeah, I should definitely do this, and just haven't looked back. It's been an awesome ride.
Now, usually we see a lot of soccer players that kick, but you play a lot of tight end and a lot of linebacker as well. What was the transition like playing those positions on top of kicking?
Definitely getting used to managing my body, taking all the hits, and just being able to balance it all, kind of coming from a less physical sport like soccer, just getting used to the physicality of the game has been the biggest part. But there's a huge supporting cast that definitely helps me transition from playing each position.
Now, I got to see you kick on Friday night. You had some boomers into the end zone for touchbacks. It can be really tough, I think, to kick in that cold weather. What was it like on Friday night kicking in that cold football?
The biggest thing about the cold is probably just keeping yourself loose and keeping yourself stretched out so your muscles don't tighten up. And then also we kind of went with some squib kicks, one because it was cold and the wind and to keep it away from their athletes. That's kind of a week-to-week thing that we do, and it's the call of our coaches, mostly Coach Hake, our special teams coach. He'll make the call based on how I was feeling in warm-ups and what the wind is like and what he thinks we should do at that moment.
Now, lastly, this is the second straight year this team has been in the district championship game. Did you go to Hershey Park to watch the game last year?
Yeah, I was in the student section there, definitely cheering them on, and a heart-wrenching loss. But I think everybody who was on that team last year is using that as motivation to come back for a big win this year.
That's crazy to be in the stands one year and to be on the field the next. What's it feel like to be getting ready for this game?
It's been a crazy ride the whole year. I'm just super excited about everything. I'll be cracking into the film tonight and throughout the rest of the week, as the rest of my teammates will be, getting ready, trying to see what Camp Hill will be doing. That's a big thing that we all believe in, is the preparedness, knowing what the other team's going to try to do and how they're going to do it to us, and that'll get us ready for Saturday.
All right, well, thank you, Luke, and that game will be on Saturday at noon at Hershey Park Stadium. Stay tuned. Steve will be right here with Eric Depew, the coach of the Irish, to talk about their matchup with Camp Hill.
And we're back with Irish coach Eric Depew. And, Coach, this is right where I thought we would be, coming into a district championship game, coming out of your rematch last week with Steel High. When we were there last year and I was on the field with you, there was just some sense I got from a 25-7 loss that this team is going to be right back at it. You told me it. Your words came true.
Yeah, I made that comment up there, and everybody kind of got on me about it, rode me about it. But the thing is, I believe in these kids, these young men we have here. I believe in this coaching staff. I kind of expect this should be a yearly thing for us.
And as we looked at it, the fact that I really liked the fact that you got to play Steel High in the first round. I felt that you guys saw things, kind of last year. You learned so much. And then, of course, you got that old X factor behind you, the team that knocked you out last year. You got a chance to play right away. Was that as important, or was that just kind of reporter speak?
In the back of our mind, we were thinking that, that revenge type game. I know the media was bringing it up a lot. But, the 2 weeks to prepare. And, again, the kids were excited to play Steel High. I know definitely they don't want them to give them an opportunity to get a medal this year. So, and that was, that's part of it.
Now, one of the things that I noticed, and it honestly was kind of one of the concerns we had coming into the season, we talked a little bit about, was, on the defensive side with the players that graduated, yet talk about a defensive effort that you guys had Friday night. I mean, you held them to 8 points, and they were points scored in the final minute, basically. Yardage was down. What an effort, against what is always a skilled offensive team.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they're a very dangerous football team, but defensively, I've never been more proud of a group of young men. I mean, that's kind of like the blueprint that we want defensively. We talk about, guys were physical, they were downhill, causing turnovers, 6 guys to the ball. I mean, they went in at halftime with 30 yards of offense, 2 first downs, and I mean, that's the kind of effort we need, for next week.
Got that safety right out of the gate in the second quarter, and I'm sure that had to really tell you guys, hey, it gave you a unusual 2-0 lead, if you will, but that had to mean a lot.
Oh, definitely. Sean Lamont got through there, and Mr. Grooms, came and finished it up. That's a great way to start.
Now, Camp Hill, obviously, we've heard about their offense, have a talented running back, and certainly a quarterback who threw quite a bit last week. So, how do you approach this week playing the Lions for with the title on the line?
I mean, with their offense, they're going to spread you out a little bit more than Steel High did. So, we might not have as many guys in the box to stop, to cover the run, because they do like to throw the football. We just have to be sound in our coverage and just know what we're doing. And again, I mean, going into the season, that was our strength, was our back half. So, because we had more experience there, and so we're excited. We're excited to play Camp Hill.
And finally, the experience of being there last year. Do you bring this into this year and say, okay, it's our turn to win it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's what we talked about before the Steel High game, was you guys know how to win this round. You've been here, you won this round, you got the home playoff game, and now it's just a matter of getting over the hurdle, getting in that, winning the next round. So, and I think these guys are ready for the challenge.
And that's York Catholic coach Eric Depew. Coach, thank you for the time, and we want to make sure to let it be known York Catholic will be playing for the Class Single A District 3 Championship Saturday at noon. So make sure to watch for updates at Game Time PA.